Did you know that one of the easiest ways to turn a small investment into a massive profit is here in Nigeria? And is sitting on our farmland. Palm oil is not just a cooking ingredient. It's a multi-billion naira industry. And people are quietly building generational wealth from it. In this video, I will take you to the oil mill with me, where the magic happens from start to credit alert.
So I'm currently in an oil mill. Let me show you the processes.
Yes, I went to the mill myself to capture everything for you as promised. I will show you exactly one palm oil is the liquid gold you should explore this year, whether an investment or a business. I will show you how you can turn it into a cash cow. This is one of the highest in demand videos on this channel. Ever since you found out that I was born into a palm oil family, the request has been coming up every Eke Market day. Don't worry, money Charlie, that got you. I told you that 2025 is the year of big money for us in this finance family. If you are new, I'm Financial Jennifer, an investment banker, a chartered accountant, a chartered stockbroker, but most importantly, your money cheerleader. Welcome to the side of YouTube where we discuss business opportunities, investment ideas, passive income, and how to build wealth. If that's the kind of thing you like, hit the subscribe button right away. Just like our community members always send testimonial like this, I want to get yours soon as you're now becoming a part of the community. Today, we are diving into one of the most profitable but underrated opportunity, palm oil. From processing to storage to selling to profits, I'll be breaking them all down into simple, actionable steps. Stick around to the end for real life coverage and for some pro tips that will save you thousands and make you a lot of money. So we shall be breaking the videos down into sections. First, I'm going to explain the idea of food storage in general, then palm oil and how you can make money from it. Then I will tell you why I think it's a great investment. I'll walk you through the process and things you need to look out for. We'll talk about the selling part and all the different opportunities to make money from it. Then we're going to end with an action plan. That's assuming you want to go into it either as a business or as an investment. You know exactly how you're going to start. We good? Let's dive in. But then I have one request. If it's not too much to ask, could you please hit that like button to like this video? Trust me, you're going to enjoy the video. And you know, I put a lot of work into this, traveling down to the village, going to the oil mill. Please help me like the video. It means a lot to me. Thank you. So how does food storage work? Now, every food item, most of them, they have this season when they are everywhere. Maybe it's their season, harvest is on, it's just everywhere. At that point, the prices are usually cheap. It's more affordable. Then, it gets to a point when the product kind of dries up from the market, it's scarce, the prices go up because at this point now, maybe it's now the planting season, there is not a lot of it in the market, so the few available, you know how it is now, the more the demand, the higher the price, but the supply is not enough for the demand. At that point, prices go up. It's going to be like that again till harvest season again, when it's everywhere in the market, prices begin to come down because at that point now, supply is everywhere. That's how food storage works. So what happens now? At the point when it's cheap is our time. That is when we now buy them, store them, wait for a few months. When it dries up and the prices go up, we come to the market. So it's not only even just palm oil. You can do it with a lot of food storage. I know I have done rice. Yes, I've done rice in the past. I have done bambara, okpa seed. I have done that. And I remember when I was younger, we used to do a brussels in my house. I think even beans. So there are different food items you can store. And there's usually a lot of money here because it's like a proven system. You can't cheat nature. That time when it dries up, it's drying up. The time when it's everywhere, it's everywhere. So this is this seasonal changes that people are keen in to make massive return. So we're talking about palm oil. Why do I think it's a great investment for this year? Like, it has always been a great investment because for almost a decade now, I have always been storing and making money from this. So number one reason I think palm oil is a great investment is evergreen. There is always the demand for it. From my experience, during the scarcity period, demand is usually higher than supply. Because palm oil is used in food, it's used for cosmetics, industrial use. For my family, for example, we supply mostly to factories that produce this soap. So if you need supply for industrial use and you have your cash, call me. Yeah, sure, we can do business. So there's always the demand for it. Okay, for instance, my uncle started a soap manufacturing company. Then one time I was discussing with him, he was telling me how hard it is for for them. In fact, it was always at the point of shutting down. Why? Because there is no enough supply of the palm oil for them to produce. So what happens is that he was not telling me that big factories, these people can get a tank that is as high, like a pyramid tank. So they get suppliers to keep dumping into this tank. No matter how the quantity you have, they have money for you. So how can smaller manufacturers like them compete with such people? So there's always so much demand for palm oil. It's an evergreen product. And you in your house, no matter how expensive palm oil gets, you will still cook with palm oil. Again, it's a high profitable venture. How much money can you make from palm oil? A lot. Although it's not that predictable. Like I said, I've been investing in palm oil close to a decade now. My parents have been there for more than 2 decades.
This is the main financial woman herself. Hi guys, this is my mom. This one has been in this palm oil business for more than 25 years. Everything I know came from her.
Yeah, she's been in the business for that long. And in my own personal experience of investing in palm oil, I have never made a loss. Although there was one particular year that was like a narrow escape. We sold at cost price. I think that was the year they said there was a lot of Malaysian oil in the economy or something. I can't remember what happened. But that year we narrowly escaped. The price we bought after how many months of storing it was also the same price we sold. But loss, we've never experienced that. I don't know about tomorrow, but so far it hasn't happened. So for now, as far as palm oil continues to be a hot cake in demand product and an essential in the home, I will keep seeing it as a low risk investment. How much are you going to be making from palm oil this year? For those of us that want to invest in it this year, I honestly can't tell because like I said, these things you can't predict them. It depends. Don't worry, later in the video you're going to be hearing from the guru herself. Again, why I think palm oil is a great investment is that palm oil is a gift that keeps gifting. Palm generally. When it comes to oil production, nothing is a waste. Both the chaff, even the kernel is another $1 million industry on its own. Let me show you.
So normally, the thing with palm oil is that there is a lot of money in this business. Now, this is the palm kernel. You know that nothing is a waste when it comes to this palm oil thing, right? Because number one, the chaff, they use the chaff to do this local and candlestick. And now the kernel, when they're going to unshell this, they will still sell the palm kernel. And they can even use it to get do a palm kernel oil. That is also another money on its own.
Another reason that palm oil is a gold mine is scalability. Whether you're a small scale player like Fin Tribe women or you're like the big fish that we supply to, there is room for you. Yes, for more than 4 years now, I have introduced the palm oil investment to our Fin Tribe women. In case you're new to this community, Fin Tribe is a community of money-minded women. We save and invest together. These women last year, 2024, saved and invested over 2 billion naira. See, if you're a woman, honestly, you want to be in Fin Tribe. We have like over 10,000 women from all over the world, all Nigerians from all over the world, saving and investing together, and membership is totally free. You're not paying anything. The goal is that we want a lot more African women taking charge of their finances, doing money things. I'm going to leave the link to join on the description. Just go there, link details of how we operate and join us. So part of the thing we do in Fin Tribe as an investment is every year we come together, we put funds together and we invest in this. And when it's time to sell, we resell, and everyone that contributed, we split the profit. It has always been a beautiful one for us. See, if you are a woman ready to make money moves, you should definitely be in Fin Tribe. So the next section is understanding the oil processing. So when it comes to palm oil production, of course, it starts from the palm kernels where you do your akem muraku. It starts from there. When they are harvested, you take them to the oil mill, you cook them, and then it goes through the processing machine that kind of grates them. What they call it, sword it in, that kind of grates them. Then you separate the oil from the chaff. In fact, no long talk. Let me show you a typical process.
What a typical oil mill looks like. This is where the magic happens. Let me show you a bit of how it was. Come here, let's see this. So first of all, they would cook the palm kernel, right? Come here, come and see this. Actually, most oil mills have the same structure, but maybe bigger. Unfortunately, today is holiday. They're not working today. So all these pots you are seeing here, they cook the palm kernel here, right? When they cook it, they now transfer it to this local engine. Here, this one you are seeing here, right? So this is where they will now like, what they call that thing? I don't know what they call that thing. Soy, the apple, soy and so. This is where they now grind the palm kernel. This mill now. If this thing is working, it will be moving round and round, right? Now the oil itself will be moving down this hole. Normally, if they are working, there will be oil here. Now from there, they'll now pack it to the gallon, right?
Okay, let's talk about the storage of this palm oil. Now you've processed them, the oil is set. When it comes to storage, normally there are two ways. You can do in gallon. So from my own side, we do 25 liters gallon, those yellow gallon, but mostly we use drums. So a drum could take like eight of the gallons. That's what we store them in, because there are a lot. If you do gallon, we from my end, we do so many drums. Last year, eventually women alone, we did like 50 drums. So imagine having 50 drums, that's like more than 2,000 gallons. There is no space for them. So what we do is we do in drums.
So what you're seeing, these are drums for palm oil. This is my backyard, though. Like stretching down, like to the end. These are all drums for palm oil.
So if you're looking to go into palm oil storage, it's one of the things you have to consider, the storage processes. And some of these things have their ticks and tricks. And you have to be very careful with the storage, because if done wrong, the oil could congeal. And when it congeals, of course, you will still sell it. No matter how bad it is, you will still sell it. But maybe now the pricing won't be the same with one that's well preserved. And another reason that could make it to congeal is if from the processing, they didn't get it right. Maybe they let water to get into it, but because first of all, they have to like wash be drained with water before they will not start the actual processing. If they do not clean well and water enters the oil, it will definitely congeal. It will most likely congeal when you store it. So the storage has to be like you have to be very careful with the storage. And then yeah, we can do even outside or inside. And another thing, please, when you are storing your palm oil, don't leave it directly on a cement floor. Yeah, if you do that, the cold is going to congeal it. So what you're going to do, find something, especially if you're dealing in gallons, find like a plank or even sack, and then place the oil on top. Now, after storage is the selling. There are different opportunities you could use to like make money from your palm oil you have stored. The most obvious ones is just selling to the market people. Go to the market and sell them. At the time of selling, any oil you carry to the market, now then they go rush you. You no go find customer. Just go to where they sell oil. Now then go rush you. Tell them you have oil to sell. So yeah, number one, you can sell in the open market to dealers. I remember there was a time I was considering bringing the oil from the east. Our base is in the east. Bring it from the east to Lagos, because it's really the price is really high here in Lagos. So I was doing a sort of market research. Where is the best places that they deal? Where are the dealers focused on? I didn't want to sell to like small retailers. I wanted to do it in large volume, where I could load a truck from the east and bring it here and offload to major dealers. Then I think one market I discovered that market is beside Oyimbo. I think it's part of Oyimbo. I can't remember what it's called, but there is like a depot for large-scale dealers in palm oil. I actually spoke with a couple of people, but their price was not given. I'm like, I beg, I'm not doing. Like, I better go and look for factories. Yes, factories again are another set of opportunities in this market. If you do in large quantity, your best bet are factories. And like I said, once you talk to them and they verify you as a supplier, many of them at the time of scarcity, they find this oil because they need it for production. Remember what I told you about my uncle that was struggling to get supply? Imagine going to him and tell him you have oil to supply. So factories, in my own case, my family, we do mostly factories that produce soap back in the east. Yes, they're one of our major customers. Of course, you can sell to individuals, homes, restaurants for like home use, right? There was a point I actually tried that in small quantity. I get from the east, I bring here to Lagos, I bottle them, and people were actually sending in demand. Because you know the thing with oil is that there is a lot of bad oil in the market. So when people realize that you actually sell good quality, you are in for big money. So yeah, you can sell online, you can sell on e-commerce platforms. That's also an opportunity for you to offload. And then of course, don't forget the export opportunity, exporting it outside Nigeria. Although personally, I do not have much information on this one or how it works, because we've not even finished servicing the demand we have here within Nigeria. We don't even have enough, not to talk of exporting. But I think there are agents that see to exporting oil outside the country. Let me take a pause to mention that palm oil is just one out of the many investment opportunities here in Nigeria. When you come to the Nigerian capital market, there is so many ways you can make money. Investing in Nigerian shares, commercial papers, treasury bills, bonds, which we've discussed before. But trust me, if this is the year you actually want to make money from Nigerian market, I want to guide you. I want to work with you to make that happen. And that's exactly what we do in the Wealth Builders Academy. This is a 3-week online program where we explore different investment opportunities for you, for your children, not just teaching you like we are doing on YouTube, but actually working with you to ensure that you do them. Do you want to open an account? You are in partnership with different investment banks to facilitate this. Listen, if you are serious about this money, you should join the World's Builders Academy. I'm going to drop the link to join us on the descriptions. Just more money to register. So what are the profit potentials from palm oil? I'm going to give you the actual figure from what we did last year, and then we're going to look at what is a possible potential for this year. So last year, when we were buying, we bought those 25 liters. We bought them for 20,000 naira, and after like 4 months, we sold at 25,000. Now listen, we sold like too early, but there's a reason for that, because at a point later on in the year, oil sold for like 30-something thousand. In fact, I had a Lagos even sold for like 50k. I'm not even kidding. But in our own case, we always sell earlier because this is like a group. Remember what I told you with Fintribe women? We come together, we buy this, and a lot of us contribute money and buy. And when we are selling, we supply to factories. My dear, these factories, they have their credit policy. They owe. In fact, it's like a business model for them. Most factories don't pay immediately you supply. They take their time. And because we have a lot of people to sort out, we need to finish selling before Christmas so that everybody will take their money and use it. So we always start selling earlier. But I know that if you are starting this for yourself and you are willing to wait towards that kind October, November, palm oil, they be blood money. So now imagine someone that also bought when we bought at 20,000 and now sold at 30-something, 40-something, or they bring it here to Lagos. Omo, na plenty money. So how much are we going to make from palm oil this year? It's not predictable. I really can't feel. In fact, let's hear from the guru herself.
How many years would I am, man?
I've done that 25 years.
Oh my God. So this period now, you feel like this year now, you feel like they will profit na money this year.
Mana here na here mana will produce call. You know can see you when again on the land. Again when you can when the guy reach expect to exactly like 2024 again the form.
I'm actually last year he go about 20,000 per gallon.
Yes.
Man was saying they couldn't reach as I start something thousand.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, are you serious?
So we have looked at how much you could make from oil. What are the costs that goes into oil? If you want to start palm oil as a business or as an investment, what cost should you be looking at? So first of all, of course, there is the money to buy the actual oil. But one thing a lot of people forget is the container. If you are buying with gallons, those 25 liters, those things are expensive now. I think that even up to 4,000 per one. Drum is more than 10,000 per drum. Yes. So those are the things you have to invest in first. The containers, whether you're using gallons or you're using drums. Of course, the storage. Are you going to store in your house? What plan are you going to make for it? Do you need to construct something for the storage? That's also another thing. But then there's more expenses, maybe from the oil mill, or if you're buying from the market, the transport back and forth. That's basically the major cost when it comes to palm oil. And when it's time to sell, transporting it back to the market, or if you store in drums, most times when we store in drums, when we are selling, we pour them, like we move them from drums to gallon for easier movements. So those are like the essential costs to take note of. Now you have an understanding of what the palm oil processing is and how you can make money from it. What is the next step? Let's assume you want to start. Yes, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Normally the best season to buy when it's everywhere is around that February, March, right? So beginning of the year, palm oil will start coming out, like it's everywhere. Fresh oil is ripe and all that. So that is the prime time to buy. Personally, I already sent my own money to my parents to start for me, like whenever the thing comes up, so they can be. It could be maybe towards the end of January, but mostly February, March. So target this period. And again, when is the time to sell? It is up to you. But after some months, mostly from July, August, and then ember month, September, October, now scarce. That's when you can start to sell. So take note of the timeline. So if you want to go into this as a business or as an investment, I would really advise you meet with someone that is in that business, right? So personally, what I do when it comes to food storage, remember there's some industry specific tips or hacks. For example, when I did rice, I didn't do it myself. I reached out to a friend in Benue. She was the one that sorted the process because they have rice meals and everything. I didn't really know about it. All I know is that I need to make money from this, right? So yeah, she's someone I trust. So please, key is trust. Let it be someone you trust. So for that rice, I did it through her. When I do bambara, that is okpa, I do it through my uncle because he's in that line. So like when it comes to oil now, my friends and I, we do it through my folks because that's their line. They've been in that business, so they understand all these things. And because we trust them, we are able, all we know is that this is how much that is being bought. We send our money. They run everything, they do the storage, and now we don't have to start being the one to buy the drums and everything. When it's time to sell, they sell. This is the selling price. We do the calculation, the expenses, we take our profit, right? And the thing is an open market. As I'm telling you the price, you can go to the market yourself to confirm, but take note of the location. For me, for example, we deal mostly in the southeast, Anambra, Imo. The prices there is not the same with what is maybe here in Lagos or what other states. So do your research based on that particular location because prices differ. People in Lagos, they go down to the east, they buy and they come here. I know we also used to supply a lot of people that come, but we don't bring it to Lagos ourselves. They come down. But if you're looking to do it at large scale and you need a supply, we could discuss business. Oh yeah, we can't end this video without talking about these challenges. So what are the challenges? The most common one is the price fluctuation. Like I say, you can't predict the price. Yes, we've not experienced loss before personally, but you never can tell. You can't say, because sometimes you'll be like, oh, oil will go very high this year, and this one because maybe they didn't really farm it that much, but you just see that the price will just be there, right? And then the storage, if you don't get it right, like I mentioned earlier, the oil could not go bad, maybe congeal, reducing the amount you could make from it. So those are like the few challenges you should take note of. And there you have it, the oil processing from the mill to your bank account. If there is any part I missed, let me know. I don't mind. We could do a part 2 of this video. Let me know your questions in the comments. Is there something I missed? Is this something you would want to explore? I know some people will be like, Jennifer, I want to do and all that. You could do it by yourself. You could talk to your people in the village or that. But if you're a Fin Tribe woman or if you join Fin Tribes today, whenever it's time for this, maybe from next month, we are going to send an email to notify you so that those interested will key in. Palm oil is truly one of the most exciting and lucrative opportunities in Nigeria. Whether you want to dive into the production or the processing or even trading, the business part, you buy and sell, there is a place for everyone in that industry. So if you find this video helpful, please do like it and share it to someone that is looking for an investment opportunity. And of course, if you have not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? I'm really serious about growing your money this year. There are so many investments you could leverage. See what we are going to do now. Go to the description. I'm going to link some videos. Okay, palm oil aside, what are the other investment opportunities you could explore here in Nigeria? Go to the description now. Watch those videos. I'm going to see you there.